absolutely. What we're really now seeing is that both of them, having posed as the victim for so long, are really the aggressors.
Harry and Meghan Markle's surrogacy scandal has entered the mainstream media domain. Now, this story may have been somewhat overshadowed this week by the duplicitous duo's disgusting disaster tourism.
They have created the stories and the speculation and the questioning about the origin of both children. I wasn't born yesterday, and I know that 2 and 2 make 4. They don't make 22.
The palace and the machinery of the monarchy needs to take Harry and Meghan more seriously and make sure that Harry and Meghan's antics don't impact the future of the...
No, I choose people who do written about on the whole, whose lives are shrouded in mystery, and they want to hide their secrets, and I just love digging away to find out what they don't want to...
Harry and Meghan need to do is prove to us that she popped those babies out. And that's all they need to do. And if they don't, it is unfair on the children. It's also unfair on the royal family.
This case about whether you think the birth was real, whether you think there was a surrogate, whether you think Meghan was wearing a moon bump. The fact is, Harry and Meghan lied. Buckingham Palace lied on their behalf. There was a complete cover-up over the birth of Prince Archie.
He's not very intelligent and undoubtedly remains damaged by the early death of his mother, Diana. And he very foolishly blames the media for her, in his words, which is complete nonsense. But I think he loved the adulation. He loved it when he was being praised, especially when he was a soldier. But then he became criticized, firstly because he became drunk in public.
If she hasn't had the children herself, or Harry hadn't been involved, then they can't be in the royal line. They have to have royal blood, those little ones. Without that, there's no chance of them becoming a member of the royal.
The royal mask is slipping. And what Lady Colin Campbell and Tom Bower have claimed about the births of Archie, and Lilibet punches straight through Meghan, and Harry's carefully curated public narrative. This isn't framed as casual gossip. According to them, this is where the official story begins to unravel. These aren't fringe commentators, but to well-connected royal insiders pointing to what they describe as documented inconsistencies, allegations of calculated image management, strategic secrecy, and tight control over information, from altered paperwork to staff who allegedly can't be identified. From missing security records to timelines critics say defy medical logic.
That bump had more air in it than the fantasies that Meghan and Harry go around divesting themselves of in their 16 ball.
Every detail, they argue, suggests a cover-up. One so meticulously handled that it makes the Sussex media projects appear rushed by comparison. The polished fairy tale image, they say, began cracking the moment Lady Colin Campbell and Tom Bower focused on the one subject Harry and Meghan guard more fiercely than multi-million-dollar deals, the true circumstances surrounding Archie and Lilibet's births.
Tom, do you think Harry and Meghan are fast learning what they signed away when they took this Netflix big moolah? And I would say they signed away their credibility and their dignity.
Well, that's our view, but it's not theirs. They need the money, and they need it now more than ever because they've got no other source of income. So I think they're just stuck with the devil now. They're tied to Netflix, they're tied to their book, and all the criticism they're going to take means nothing because that's the only way they can earn their money.
Televised expose landed with force because it wasn't presented as rumor. It was framed as fact, allegedly supported by hospital logs, unusual birth documentation, and insiders who now claim they feel safe enough to speak openly.
Instance of this is damaging to the royal family and damaging to supporters, to the interests of the royal.
The couple's emphasis on privacy felt, to critics, less like healthy boundaries and more like strategic image control. Royal births traditionally follow a rigid protocol, approved doctors, palace physicians on standby, real-time press briefings, and the iconic hospital steps photo. None of that happened. Instead, the Sussexes released a vague statement hours later, skipped the photo entirely, and reportedly blocked Portland hospital staff from confirming any details.
She has quite deliberately caused doubt, and she has created mischief knowing that it would damage the royal family.
Lady Colin Campbell argues that nothing adds up. She claims no security teams, no midwives, and no front desk staff could confirm Meghan's presence at Portland Hospital on May 6, 2019. That assertion stands in sharp contrast to the intense documentation surrounding the births of Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Even more puzzling, Palace statements indicated Meghan was in labor 7 hours after Archie was reportedly already born.
Why did she then seem to lie about it by eventually announcing Meghan was in labor 9 hours after she had actually given birth?
Standard royal protocol. Critics say that timeline is impossible. Then came the paperwork. 11 days later, the birth certificate was quietly amended. Meghan's given names were removed, and Prince was added before Prince Harry's name. Palace officials distanced themselves, stating the change was not initiated by them, but by the Sussexes. Skeptics ask why parents who champion authenticity would alter official records, unless something didn't align with the brand.
Why? Why couldn't we know the doctors? Why couldn't we know the details? That is royal tradition. It was all very, very odd.
Fast forward to June 2021 and the birth of Lilibet Diana. Observers claim the Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital certificate raised immediate questions. The state field reportedly showed code 105, while California births typically list 104. Online investigators noted that code 105 is usually associated with Colorado. Was it a clerical error, or evidence the paperwork was filed in the wrong state? The Sussex camp has declined to comment. Buckingham Palace, after the Archie certificate controversy, has also remained silent, adding to speculation. Tom Bower questioned why royal physicians offered personally by Queen Elizabeth II were allegedly turned away in favor of doctors unknown to palace systems. He also claimed staff at both Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital and Portland Hospital reported no records of Meghan Markle on either alleged birth date.
Could easily squash this, and they don't. What's odd to me is this is it's popular theory that goes and the bump, the moving, all this.
Tom Bower intensified the controversy by alleging a quiet probe into both hospitals, sending ripples through royal circles. He maintains he relied on documentation, not hearsay. According to Bower, he conducted a step-by-step investigation into the facilities where Archie and Lilibet were said to be born, culminating in a highly controversial televised claim.
Extraordinary reporting in your book on what this was likely based on and how it doesn't match up to what Meghan said. Here's the...
He went further, stating with certainty that Meghan Markle was not present at the hospital on the day Archie was reportedly born. Bower asserted that he spoke directly with staff and reviewed movement and access logs. His conclusion, if a birth occurred there, it would have had to happen without detection, something he argues is impossible in a modern medical environment.
We know that they deceive the public about the birth data and time of the whole event. So, and also, you know, even it goes down to the lawyer saying that in that statement, when they had that long attack on the Mail, which is astonishing, that Meghan, we know she...
What deepens suspicion for critics is the absence of basic evidence typically associated with a high-profile royal birth. Unlike every other modern royal delivery, there were no confirmed security alerts, no doctor statements, no staff acknowledgements, and not a single verified image placing Meghan Markle at the hospital.
The whole description she does of the Portland hospital, the birth, that was completely fabricated.
That to major hospitals would show no trace of what should have been historic royal births strikes skeptics. As more than strange, it feels implausible. While celebrity secrecy can be extreme, Archie and Lilibet are not ordinary celebrity children. They are officially recognized members of the royal family. Under UK rules, critics note, surrogacy would need to be formally declared for constitutional eligibility to remain intact.
The only two children that there is no proof for is Prince Archie Bunker and Princess Lily.
Words were obscured or altered. Commentators argue the Sussexes could be risking their children's constitutional status. That potential fallout may explain Prince Harry's reportedly sudden and aggressive legal posture.
If she used someone else's egg, even if she then housed it in her own body, those children are not entitled to be in the line of succession.
Crisis won't die down until the irrefutable truth comes out.
Hours of Lady Colin Campbell's television remarks. Sussex lawyers allegedly issued defamation warnings. To critics, it looked less like confidence and more like an attempt to intimidate investigators into silence. Because if the claims were truly absurd, they ask, why not dismiss them outright? Why threaten legal action against authors known for standing firm behind every royal story they publish?
The stories and the speculation and the questioning about the origin of both children